So hello, I got sidetracked for the 50th time again. I was telling us about my first day at the Christian school, but fuck it, I'm telling the story about the last day of Christian school. It was... at that school, they ended a day earlier than every other school, so it was kind of nice. And I remember this day, I will remember it for the rest of my life. The day was pretty normal. We went to school, I had to go to church. And Thomas, my teacher, well, it was a clusterfuck to get there, but I'm not gonna tell it right now because I'll get sidetracked. So I came like an hour or two late, and I remember him waiting outside the church. And I was like, I hit the stair. I was like, another kid. I should have been a drug addict instead of this job. I remember his lips being like this. Not as if he was pissed, because I seen him pissed, and when he was pissed, he was like, he would be kind of smiling. God, fucking tripod. And I quickly locked my electric scooter, because at the time I had an electric scooter, but it broke like 3 months ago. So I quickly went there, a bunch of shit. I don't even remember what we were doing. I remember that we were like watching some kind of shitty movie, some kind of shitty Christian movie. The only part I remember about they had a Windows XP laptop outputting a 16:9 aspect ratio onto a 4:33 projector. And I was allowed to go on my scooter. I was allowed to drive my scooter to the school. I still had to have been near them. So the whole time I had to be pressing and letting go of the gas pedal constantly. I remember them kind of giving like a few funny remarks or something kind of making fun of me or some. I forgot. And what happened to my brain? Then I got to the school, I locked my scooter again, and it was like a 10, 20, 5 minute, 30 minute period where we had like a break because the teacher was because Thomas was too busy. I remember I brought 2 laptops because at the time I only had 2, so I brought a Dell Vostro 3 or 5 something 6, I don't even remember it from, and then a HP something G4 or 5, I don't know. I plan to play like a Minesweeper or something on the HP because it have the battery. Minecraft. But no, they were pissing me off. So I was lifting it as if I was like out to rub it at them. I mean, they didn't know what I had in the bag. They probably thought that I had like a water bottle and lunchbox or some shit in there. Anyway, I was getting bullied. I was at the verge of crying. And finally, after half an hour waiting for Thomas, "Get your dumbass asses back in the classroom!" He yelled at us from across the hallway. So that was fun. Fucking camera. Two of the girls, I think, were new in that grade. They came over. They made like these little crowns of pink and blue papers. They were each awards for like, I was getting physically and verbally tormented too. And one time I was getting physically tormented, the girl... Back to story, why am I getting sidetracked again? I remember standing up in the teacher, Thomas called out my name for me to get my, not degree, my, what is it called? Report card, I know. The thing that you get at the end of the year. What is it called? I don't know. Let's call it a report card. And now I was like disappointed and like drained and stuff. So I have the one last look at the classroom. I was like, so I grabbed the paper. I didn't give him anything. I grabbed the paper and I sent it back to my desk. But after that we went to lunch, and we had fish sticks. It wasn't even fish sticks. Was it fish sticks or was it a piece of fish? Anyway, we had some cooked fish and Jacob making fun of me and laughing. I was on the verge of crying. Anyway, I tried to finish the shelled fish and mashed potato mush, or whatever the fuck it's called. I left the class, not the cafeteria. I should be staring at the camera, not at the desk. And please stare at the camera. And I remember them anyways. I'll skip a lot of parts, but let's just say that they physically tormented me. And I don't know if they like hid or if they left the school or something, I don't know. But I remember then walking up to Thomas, and I remember me telling him that they were tormenting me again. And then after a few minutes of like looking at the ground floor, he told me that there's nothing he can do. So I walked to the below the ground floor, into the receptionist floor. I walked out of the building, and he kept walking after me. He kept following me to my school, and he could have said something at that point, but I was quietly crying as I was walking to my scooter. I unlocked it, and the last thing that I said before hopping on, I sarcastically said, "How am I supposed to translate this shit?" No, I sarcastically said, how am I supposed to translate this? I basically said, "Thanks for doing nothing." But I don't know if you understood it for that I said, "Thank you for doing something." But I really meant it sarcastically. Then I was crying, and I wanted... The next time I'm probably gonna tell you the video of what almost happened on November 29th, 2024, because of a camera. God, I should stop telling all these horrible stories, because I've looked like a dumbass in front of the 2 subscribers I have. Anyways, this is the end of the video, I guess. I'm probably gonna cut out like half of this video if I'm even gonna bother. Fuck the first day of school video, I'm probably never gonna finish it. Fuck it, I'm ending the video. Bye.